Hey Canucks fans, the NHL has suspended defenseman Alex Edler for 2 games for his knee-on-knee hit on Toronto forward Zach Hyman. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, April the 19th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris S, and Adam Broomfield. Thanks for your support as always. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video description. And if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Out for a quick walk during lunch, and then I saw the news of the Alex Edler suspension, so I wanted to record this very quickly before getting back to work, and thus I did not go to my car to record from my regular filming location. Also want to give a shout out to everyone who joined me for my live stream last night. It had over 100 people at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, so that was really cool. Tonight again, me and Parker's Pucks, Canucks After Dark, our second show. Join us tonight at 10 p.m. on YouTube. And thanks to the guys from the Stick and Rink podcast. That was Elijah, Raph, and Josh. Had so much fun with them. And I'll be sharing that link out once it's ready. So, Alex Edler suspended 2 games. We saw what happened right at the midpoint of the second period. In front of the Toronto bench, Alex Edler sticking out his right leg and catching Zach Hyman on Zach Hyman's right leg. Apparently, it's an ACL that he had surgery on 2 years ago. So it didn't look good. I understand why Toronto Maple Leafs fans were angry. Even Vancouver Canucks fans didn't think it was the best hit, not the best look on Edler. Then there was widespread debate on whether or not Edler is a dirty player and all that thing. But when we look at the tangible facts, it's a 2-game suspension, which is about right. I predicted a 1-game suspension, so 2 isn't, out of the realm of, it's not completely out of, what did I say? It's not completely crazy or ludicrous to think of the fact that a lot of people were predicting either no suspension or at least 1 game. I didn't hear anyone saying 3, 4, 5 games, so a 2-game seems about right. Maybe a little long, but yeah, there's no doubt that it was a play that could have been avoided. And I guess that was the main point in the explanation from the Department of Player Safety. They said that as Hyman initiated his move to try and go around Edler was skating with the low base, which a lot of players do, but they did make the point that Edler could have made the decision to either go around Hyman and avoid him, or to a more direct, I should say, body check. But instead, Edler didn't do either. He didn't kind of try and avoid him, nor did he go do a direct body check. Instead, he kind of moved away, but then he did extend his right leg, and that was the dangerous action. That was the kneeing action that caused the 5-minute major, the game misconduct, and now the 2-game suspension. So I'm here, even though I'm a Canucks fan, I am not going to argue the suspension. I think it was the right call. It was a scary play when it happened. Hyman didn't return, and it sounds like hopefully he comes back soon, but he will miss a bit of time. So you got to factor that. You got to factor that it was indeed a penalty, a 5-minute major. And you look at Alex Edler's suspension history, and this is where, it depends, your perspective, I guess, will kind of paint or taint the way you consider this suspension. Some would say he's played over 900 games and he's only had 2 suspensions, and they happened in the same calendar year. Actually, it was kind of crazy. In March of 2013, he actually ran Mike Smith behind the net when Smith was playing for Arizona, a goaltender for Arizona, and Edler had a 2-game suspension and he got a major for charging. Then in October of that year, later that year, he delivered a check to San Jose forward Thomas Hertl, and he got a suspension for that. I think that was 5 games. And then it's crazy. In between that, at the World Championships in May, he actually went knee-on-knee with Eric Stahl, Sweden versus Canada, and that led to a 2-game suspension that didn't kick in until the 2014 Winter Olympics. So Alex Edler actually got suspended 3 times in the span of, in essence, 7 months. March against Arizona, May against Canada, and then October against the San Jose Sharks. But that was really his only, quote, dirty time, you could say. I looked at his stats, and, after that year, Edler's penalty minutes went up, actually. And in the last 4 seasons, he's actually been averaging almost a penalty minute per game. 70 games, 70 penalty minutes, 60 games, 60 penalty minutes. So I wouldn't say he's a dirty player at all. But I would say that he's not afraid to take penalties, especially as his foot speed has slowed down. We see a lot of hooking, tripping, slashing penalties. But unfortunately last night, it was a knee on knee. So Canucks fans, would love to know your thoughts on this, on this 2-game suspension. Do you think it's fair? Would love to hear your thoughts on Alex Edler's reputation. I'm not sure if you got into this whole thing with other Toronto Maple Leafs fans. Of course, they're screaming bloody murder, which I understand. It's one of their most solid forwards and could be out for a little bit. So I get all that. And we'd be really upset if it was the other way around. It was a Toronto defenseman injuring one of our, say, middle 6 forwards for our team. And I get that. I truly do. But I think when you take everything into consideration and the fact his history, that one bad stretch in 2013, but not a lot since then. That's 8 years ago. I wouldn't call Alex Edler a dirty player. That was a dirty play, but I wouldn't call Alex Edler a dirty player. And we just have a different perspective in seeing him play every day, or I say, every game for the Vancouver Canucks, as opposed to people halfway across the country. So I'm not at all defending the hit. I'm not at all defending Edler. I'm not at all saying that Toronto fans don't have a reason to be outraged. But I do think that this suspension is fair, and that's my main point. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of this 2-game suspension? Is it fair or not? Too lenient, too harsh, or just right? Tonight, I will be, like I said, with Parker's Pucks, Canucks After Dark at 10 p.m. I hope you join us. It's going to be a great show. Last week was a great debut. We're expecting more of the same tonight. I'll put a link into the video description. And as always, I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate you, subscribing and watching all the content that I do put out. So in the meantime, subscribe if you like to, like this video if you like to, become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. See, I'm all discombobulated when I'm not in my car. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.